Hey guys, Megan here from Eating with Intention, sharing with you a lifestyle of quick, healthy, and inexpensive meals. Welcome to my channel. So we had a major winter storm a couple weeks ago, and whenever we have weather like this, we always like to have something hot going in the kitchen all day long so we can pour ourselves a bowl, cozy up by the fire, and just really enjoy the day nice and cozy. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how we made our chicken chili. So first I started by cooking a whole chicken in the pressure cooker. You can use an Instapot. I used a Ninja Foodie. Whatever kind of pressure cooker you have will work just fine. I will link the video to how I cook a whole chicken in the pressure cooker in the description below. I do rely on this method a lot, and it has been a lifesaver, so make sure you guys check that out. So I put my pressure cooker on the saute mode, which both the Instapot and the Ninja Foodie have, and then I just put about a tablespoon of olive oil in there and then diced up one onion, and I'm just going to stir that around a little bit and let that get nice and cooked down. Now all of that brown that is in the pan is just from the chicken that I cooked before, and it's just fine, it can stay in there, it will give it lots of good flavor. Next I am just rinsing some dried black beans. You can use any beans that you like. These are just what I had on hand because I forgot to buy more. Set the beans aside and then add in 2 to 3 cloves of garlic in with the onions and just stir for about 30 seconds to a minute. Now I just added in the dried beans to the onions and the garlic, stirred around for just a minute. And then added in about 6 cups of water. And then I pressure cook these for 25 minutes and then naturally release for 10 minutes. While the beans were cooking, this is a really great time for me to go ahead and chop up any other veggies and get everything else ready for the chili. My babies love to be involved in chopping anything in the kitchen when it comes to making salad or just chopping things for soups or skillets or whatever. They love to be a part of it, and it's such a fun way for us to just kind of bond in the kitchen, and I can teach them about food and how to cut and why we're eating some of the things that we're eating. So we chopped up 2 whole bell peppers. Now we use yellow. You can use any of the colors, the yellow, the red, or the green. All of them were great. We just chose yellow because it's what we had on hand.
Very tight because it would go unloose.
Okay, go. Okay, I got some more for you.
Triangle for me.
Triangle for you.
Okay, but a triangle. Okay, a triangle for me. Okay, Beth. Look, Trey, look at that triangle.
Trey's got a triangle too.
Yeah, mine's a little bigger than yours. Oh.
So as the kids are finishing up the bell peppers, I'm going to get the chicken all chopped up and ready to go back into the pot. Now there is no right or wrong way to do this, just grab a knife and get to cutting. I kind of just like to start with the chicken breast, get all those trimmed off, and then just get the meat off of that chicken however you can. Kind of a messy process getting this chicken all pulled apart, but it is so worth it. once you get the chicken all pulled from the bones, you kind of just shred it up or chop it up into bite-sized pieces, or just kind of however it falls apart. There is no fancy way to do this either. And then I just put it in a separate bowl to get ready to put it back into the pot once the beans are done. To clean up as I go in the kitchen, so everything is in the bowls on the other end of the counter ready to be put back into the pressure cooker. And in the meantime, while the beans are finishing up, I am just going to wipe down the counter, get all the food off so we have a clean place to work. I hate waiting until the very end and I have a giant mess in the kitchen. So cleaning up a little bit as we go, doing a little bit of dishes if I have some spare time while something is finishing up cooking, has really been helpful for me just to keep things picked up and not have this big overwhelming mess at the end of it all. So next we are going to get our tomatoes ready. I found this big can of Hunt's diced tomatoes. These are seasoned a little bit. You could do seasoned or unseasoned. So what I'm going to do is just dump these in my high-powered blender. You can use a food processor also, or just a regular blender works fine. And I just pulse these a little bit, not until it's completely blended up, but just in smaller chunks. I don't like big chunks of tomato in chili or soups, so we just kind of broke it down a little bit more. You can definitely leave it in big chunks if you prefer that, or make it an even thinner sauce if you prefer that. However you like it, just do it that way. Now it is time to add everything into the pot. So I just added my bell pepper, and then I had some leftover butternut squash in the fridge that the kids also chopped up, so I just threw that in. That's what I love about this so much, is that you can really throw in any veggies that you have in your fridge that are about to go bad or that you just have on hand. Just throw them in there. So we also threw in the chicken and then poured the tomatoes in as well. It is time to season. So I am not a seasoning expert. I literally just throw in whatever we have on hand. So in this case, we just did some salt, some pepper, some cumin. I think I threw in some oregano. Just literally whatever is in my spice cabinet, I throw in. Definitely chili powder. Again, there is no right or wrong way to season. Just do what you like, what your family likes. I kind of leave the spice out of seasoning whenever I am working with a big batch. And then, like, my husband really likes spicy, so he'll spice his bowl individually. But just do what your family likes and what they'll eat. So because we got this ready in the morning, it was about mid-morning when we put this together, I just slow cooked it the rest of the day. You could also pressure cook it again for about probably 15 minutes or so and then naturally release it, especially if you're needing it quickly. But this just gave us time to go about our day. The kids stayed in their jammies all day long. Earl had a really fun activity for them. They made elk horns and painted them, and then, ran around the house with them on all day. They started out as elk horns actually, and then the kids started acting like goats since we just got our goats. But we just had a really fun day inside because it was so cold. Trey, look at Mama.
Sweet, I don't know.
Oh. also just got into baking our own bread. We've been experimenting a lot with that lately, so I made 2 loaves of einkorn bread that we just used as a side for this. Top this with cheese or sour cream or Greek yogurt or salsa, really anything that you like to put on chili or soups. We just used what we had. We had a little bit of cilantro, some cheese, and then just put the fresh bread on the side, and it went really, really well together. Could also do tortillas, that would pair really nicely. Or if you don't have anything to put on top, this is also really, really good, just all by itself. If you guys end up making this chili for you and your family, please let me know in the comments how you liked it, what you didn't like. If you have any questions about it, drop them below and I will be on and do my best to answer everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you in the next video.